Hello, everybody. What is up with All My Children and One Life to Live going off the air? I am so surprised. Not really surprised with All My Children because I've heard those rumors for a couple of years and it has been quite boring. But with One Life to Live, oh, I was shocked. In the place of All My Children, they're going to put a cooking show, like we need any more of those. And in the place of One Life to Live is going to be like a home shopping show. And I'm just so surprised. I have been watching those soaps probably longer than a lot of you have been alive. And because I started watching them when they first came on, and I was a young girl. I can remember back Erica Kane when she was a teenager. And Vicky on One Life to Live, I remember back when she was married to Joe Riley. I think he was her first husband. That's back when she was young and before she had her kids. I remember all this, and so I'm so shocked. And some of these people that play on these soaps actually will probably have to retire. They can't go to another show, I mean, unless they actually play themselves. In other words, Susan Lucci cannot play on another soap unless she's going to play Erica Kane. Just the same way Erica Slezak cannot go on another show unless she's going to play Vicky. Or Dorian can't go on there unless she's going to play Dorian Lord. And such and so on like that. But I'm sure they've got the money to retire and everything. But some people just don't want to retire. But anyway, I am just so shocked. I lay down every night at 8 o'clock and watch my soaps on SoapNet since my soaps are on while I'm at work. But I watch them on SoapNet. And now I'm going to have to find something else to watch. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can remember back when there's a lot of soaps. I remember The Doctors. If any of you remember The Doctors, and they went off the air. Search for Tomorrow, Another World, Somerset, The Guiding Light, I think, is gone. I'm shocked by One Life to Live. And another thing that is gone is the flip camera. I'm on a flip camera right now. I'm on a flip video camera. And they announced that yesterday on CNN that flips will be no more because of technology on the phones and stuff. And they say they're actually better than flip. And 500 some employees will be out of job because of that. But I love my little flip camera here. I love it. And so anyway, that's technology. That's the signs of the times that things come, things go. So nothing is forever. So I guess my soaps had a 40-some-year run. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna miss them though. I'm gonna miss them like crazy. And our Chandra was talking that she remembers when Tad Martin was Ted Orsini or something, and that is when they thought he was dead. And him and Billy Clyde Tuggle was fighting over Dixie. Billy Clyde Tuggle was a pimp. And he was in love with Dixie. I loved to watch it when Billy Clyde was on there. And I even had a t-shirt made one time that said, I love to hate Billy Clyde Tuggle. And I tried to find some clips of the show. You can find all kinds of them on YouTube. But I can't find any of the clips with Matthew Coles, who played Billy Clyde Tuggle. I cannot find those clips. And even though Billy Clyde was mean, evil, and he was a pimp, every time you watched it when he was on there, you would laugh because he was just so ridiculously funny. He was evil and funny all at the same time. And I just loved Billy Clyde Tuggle. And I miss him. And you know how soaps will kill you off and you keep coming back? Well, they did that a couple times to Billy Clyde, but the last time they killed him off is when Tad and Billy Clyde went off the bridge. And they only found Billy Clyde's body, and they assumed Tad's body had washed away, but he hadn't really. He was just somewhere else with amnesia. So that kind of made you know that he was coming back. But Matthew Coles, Billy Clyde, never came back. But anyway, so what do you think about the soaps going off of the airs? And what are some of your favorite clips from those shows? Now, I remember... back when All My Children first started, Joe and Ruth Martin had a son that I think they said in the first couple of episodes it showed him. I don't even remember what his name was. But it showed him, it said that he was going off to college or something. He said he was going upstairs to get ready, and he never came back. And he was never on that show again, and nobody ever mentioned him. And I've got all my children book around here somewhere. And they was talking about that, and they said that he went upstairs and nobody ever mentioned him again. They just wrote him out of the show like that. So, but I remember Ruth Wyrick, she played Phoebe, right? I remember when Phoebe and Dr. Tyler were still married, and Phoebe, I think, was an alcoholic at the time, and then Dr. Tyler and Erica's mother, Mona, got together, and I remember when all that happened. I'm going to miss my soaps, man. I'm going to miss them. I remember when the Doctors used to be on the air. Let's see, what are some of the soaps that have gone off the air? The Doctors, Another World, Search for Tomorrow, Ryan's Hope, The Guiding Light, I think. Santa Barbara. I think Santa Barbara, if I'm not mistaken, was the shortest running soap opera. I believe it was a spin-off from Another World. And then I remember on One Life to Live, I can remember as far back as when Vicky was married to Joe Riley, back before she ever had her kids. And when she would have her split personality, her Vicky-Nicky. This is before Erica Slezak started playing Vicky. This is when the other woman played Vicky, and I don't remember what her name was. But I can remember that she would always, I can see her so clearly sitting out on the patio, and she'd get a headache, she'd put her head down on the table. And then when she would raise her head up, she'd get this stupid looking grin on her face, she'd be Nicky. So I remember how the whole Vicky and Nicky thing started. And I love that soap. But anyway, like they say, nothing lasts forever, and my flip video camera is going to be gone, and that's been a good little flip camera to me, and I hope it lasts me for a long time, because that's about the only one I know how to use without having to. Anytime I get anything like that, my son has to train me on how to use it. So, and I think I've mastered this one pretty well. Anyway, that's about all I have to babble on about right now. And tell me what some of your favorite clips are, or how far back in those soaps, if you do watch them, how far back you go, how far you can actually remember what they were like, and tell me what you remember about them, and how you feel about them going off the air. And until next time, bye-bye.